Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. In this video, we're going to talk about the emergency stop. Someone made a comment on my channel saying that they got a test coming up and they are worried, they are scared about the emergency stop. He said, "Can you help me with the emergency stop?" So I thought I'll make a fresh video on emergency stop. There are other videos on my channel on emergency stop, but I thought I'll make a fresh one just to remind you what it takes, what you need to be looking for, and how to do the emergency stop in the test if you do get it. So this video is all about the emergency stop. Let's start the lesson. Okay, so the emergency stop. Before we go and do the emergency stop and show you how it's done, let's talk about few things. Let's remind ourselves what is emergency stop, what you should be looking for, and how to do the emergency stop. Firstly, what is an emergency stop? When will you be doing the emergency stop? So say you're driving along, okay, and somebody just ran in front of you. What do? You're going to stop the car in an emergency, right, to save that person. So emergency stop means that you'd have to stop the car in an emergency because something happens all of a sudden. Maybe, like I said, somebody runs in front of you and you have to save that person. And for you to do that, what do? You brake hard, do an emergency stop to save that person. In the test, 1 in 3. You might get it, you might not. You'll have to learn it. You're not just learning for the test. 1 in 3 people gets it in the test. So you might get it, you might not. If there are 3 people in the test, 1 will get it. If there are 6, 2 will get it. If there are 9, 3 will get it. So it could be you getting the emergency stop in the test. In the beginning of your test, the examiner will say that we might do an emergency stop. We might, which means you might get it, you might not. If you do get it, as you drive, you're not going to just get it all of a sudden. The examiner will ask you to stop somewhere safe on the left, meaning pull up somewhere safe on the left, and then he or she will tell you, now we're going to do the emergency stop. I want to drive as normal, wait for my signal. The signal is going to be stop. When I do that, I want to stop the car fully under control without skidding. So don't wander the whole test thinking that the examiner will ask you to do it all of a sudden. No, he or she will ask you to pull up somewhere safe on the left first, and then they will tell you, we're going to do the emergency stop. If they don't stop you and tell you, that means you're not going to get it. So don't wander the whole test thinking, am I going to get the emergency stop in any time? No, that's not going to happen, okay? So the next thing is, how do you brake to stop the car? And this is the most important, okay? Nowadays, most modern cars, it has ABS braking. So what is ABS? ABS stands for anti-lock braking system. So what is anti-lock braking system? So when you brake your car, when you brake hard, what happens to your car? It locks the wheel. So when you brake, when you put your foot on the brake and you brake hard, it locks the wheel. And if it locks the wheel, the problem is you are locking the car, you're locking the wheel, which means you could skid, number one, and number two, your wheel locks and you won't be able to steer the way you want to take the car. So say there's a person in front of you, you brake hard to save that person. You braked hard, you lock the wheel as well as you're locking the steering. It locks. So you can't steer to avoid the person if you need to, because it locks the wheel. So now we have the anti-lock braking system, the ABS. What does that do? When you brake hard, automatically your brake just pumps really quickly. So it unlocks and locks, unlocks and locks. That way, you don't skid and you could steer the way you want to maneuver the car. That is what the ABS does. So when you brake hard, instead of locking the wheel, it brakes frequently, few times in one go. So what happens, instead of you braking and keeping the wheel locked, automatically while you have your foot on the brake, it just brakes on your behalf few times. You release, brakes, release, brakes automatically. That's what the anti-lock braking does. That way, instead of locking the wheel, it helps your car not to skid, not to lock the wheel, and it helps you to steer the way you want to take the car. Now, like I said, most modern cars has the ABS braking. So the question is, how do I know if my car has the anti-lock braking system? The way you know is when you start your car, on your dashboard, you will have the ABS sign, the anti-lock braking system sign come up on your dashboard. That's how you know if your car has the anti-lock braking system or not. But what if you don't have the ABS braking? In the earlier days before the ABS braking, how did we brake in an emergency stop? How did we teach to brake in an emergency stop? So in the earlier days, what we used to do is you brake hard, and just before the car stops, you just stop the brake. You just stop it. Why? So that way you unlock and put it back on. So you are unlocking the wheel instead of skidding. So you brake hard and the release, put it back on, which I will show you so that you know. Like I said, most modern cars has the ABS, but if you do have a car which it doesn't have an ABS brake, then I'm going to give you that choice just so that you know, for your education, so that you know, even if you have the car with ABS, so that you know how we used to do it before the ABS braking. So now we're going to go and drive, and you're going to imagine you are driving in the test, and if you do get it, how it is going to be in the test. Let's go and do some practice. Let's go and do the emergency stop. Let's go. So now we're going to go and imagine you are now in a test. So imagine you are now in a test, in your driving test. And if you did get the emergency stop in the test, this is how it's going to be. Okay? You'll be driving as normal, and that's how you're going to get it if you do get it. Okay? That's how we're going to try to do as if you are in a test. So like I said, you'll drive as normal, and the examiner will ask you to pull up somewhere safe on the left, and you're going to stop on the left. And then he or she is going to say, we're going to do the emergency stop. Drive as normal. The signal is going to be stop. When I do that, I want to stop the car fully under control. Then it is your job to drive as normal. You change gear to second, third, and drive as normal. Soon as the examiner says stop, what are you going to do first? Brake or the clutch? Like I said, this is a manual car. So do you do brake first or the clutch? You put the brake on and then put the clutch down. Many learners, the mistake they make, or many they fail because they put the clutch down first and then they put the brake. No, it should be brake and then clutch down. Okay? So brake, clutch down. Brake, clutch down. Okay? Not clutch and then brake. So let me repeat. You're driving as normal. You're driving. When the examiner says stop, brake, clutch. And when you put the brake on, you leave the brake on. Why? Because we have the ABS braking system. If it wasn't, then what do? Brake, clutch down, and just tap the brake. Just tap. Don't let go. Just tap. Why do we tap? So we unlock the wheel and put it back on again. If you have the ABS, you just leave the brake on. It does it for you automatically. That's what ABS does. If you don't have ABS, you brake hard, put the clutch down, and just tap the brake once. Just tap. If you tap it, what happens? It unlocks, puts it back on again. So first of all, we're going to do it as if we have an ABS braking system. Okay? So drive as normal. Clutch down, first gear, look around, and handbrake off if you need to. In this car, you don't. It comes off automatically as soon as. I didn't signal because there's nobody there. There's nobody at all. If you're not sure, put it on. Okay? If you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. So like I said, imagine you're in the test, drive as normal, and at the end of the road, we're going to go right, mirror, we'll go right, signal right. Drive as normal, be relaxed, it's your test. I know it's easy to say, to stay relaxed, but you have to try your best to stay relaxed as much as you can. Okay? So drive as normal, imagine you're driving and the examiner will say to stop somewhere safe, okay, before you do it. So you're driving as normal, I'm relaxed. So I'm driving as normal, parked cars on both sides. What could happen here? Door could open, somebody could move out. Looking at the mirrors, I'm thinking, of my test. At this point, I don't even know if I'm going to get the emergency stop or not. And I'm not even thinking, because I know if I get it, the examiner will ask me to stop first and then tell me. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it. So I'm just driving in the test as normal, looking at the mirrors, making sure I'm safe, doing the right thing at the right time. We're going to go left. Okay, I'm going to go left here. Keep the distance from the car in front. Can't see anything. It's a closed junction. There's no one coming. We go. Okay, stop somewhere safe on the left, please. Mirror, mirror, signal left, and I need to stop here. Examiner said for me to stop, and I stop here. I stop here, okay? Handbrake, neutral, rest my feet, okay? So I was driving as normal in the test, and the examiner asked me to stop somewhere safe on the left or pull up somewhere safe on the left, and I did. I looked at the mirrors, put the signal on. There was cars around, so I put the signal, and I stopped on the left. Now the examiner said, we're going to do the emergency stop. Now the examiner is saying it to you, okay? He or she didn't say all of a sudden, did they? They asked you to pull up first, which they did, and we did, okay? Now they're saying, you're going to drive as normal, and we're going to do an emergency stop. Wait for my signal, which is stop. When I do that, I want to stop the car fully under control as if it's an emergency. So then you're going to go and you drive as normal. Okay, make sure you don't just drive on first gear. So you drive as normal and then wait for the signal. When you do get the signal, and then you brake to stop. How are you going to brake? Brake hard, then put the clutch down. You brake hard, put the clutch down. Not clutch and then brake. Brake hard, put the clutch down. Done. Once you've done that, then what do? Both hands on the wheel and wait. Car stops fully. Handbrake on, neutral, rest your feet. Okay? So you brake, put the clutch down, you stop the car, right? Both hands on the wheel, you stopped. Done. Handbrake on, neutral, rest your feet, and then wait. And then the examiner said, move off. Once you've done the emergency stop, the examiner asks you to move off safely. What do? Clutch down, first gear, set the gas. Look around, make sure both blind spot, no signal, both blind spot. If it's safe, you go. If there's a car behind, you wait and see what they do. If they go around, let them go. If there's no cars around, you look both way, you move off. You've done the emergency stop, okay? So let's go. So now we know we need to do an emergency stop. We're going to drive. Clutch down, first gear, look around. I'm going to put the signal on because there's a car. There's no one coming, we drive. So now we are driving, knowing that we'll have to do an emergency stop, okay? So mirror, I'm driving as normal, I'm going to change gear as I need, and emergency stop could come anytime. So in my mind, I know the signal could come anytime because they've already said we're going to do emergency stop, okay? But I'm driving as normal. Many learners, what they do is they just drive on second gear. They don't speed up or they don't do normal driving. We're going to go right, mirror, mirror, signal right. Examiner said to go right, we go right. Slow down, go to second gear and go to my side and then go left here, please. Signal left. Examiner said to go left. So go left here. Okay. And drive as normal. Remember, it could come anytime. Okay? So drive as normal. Examiner will check, by the way, if there's anybody behind very close. So you don't have to worry about that too much. Just make sure you drive as normal. There's a car behind, so you're not going to do it now. And that's what the examiner is going to have that in their mind. If there's a car behind, they're not going to ask you to do it anyway. Okay? So you don't have to worry about if there's a car going to be there at the back or anything. You have to do your own checking. You drive as normal driving. Going to go right at the end. Mirror, mirror. Signal right. Okay, there's a car behind, so we're not doing that now. Exactly in the test. If that happens in the test, the examiners are going to give you, right? So you drive as normal. There's a car. I'm edging because I can't see. Now I can. Good. If there's a road where you can't see, it's a closed junction, just keep edging. We're going to go right here. Okay, we're going to go right here. Let's hope the car behind is not going to follow us. Okay, done. Drive as normal. There's nobody behind. Okay, okay. So driving as normal. Oh, there's a car coming now, so we're not gonna do it now. Okay, looks like we're never gonna do it today. Okay, there's a van, and we'll wait in this gap here. In this gap, this is the meeting situation. We use the gaps to allow others to go. Okay, okay. It could come anytime. Okay, okay. Drive as normal. Drive as normal. Could come anytime. Could come anytime. Stop! Handbrake, neutral, rest my feet. Now the examiner said, move off on his safe, please. Clutch down, first gear. Blind spot, and I go. Mirror, second gear. What do you think? Is that okay? We're going to do one more time. One more. Just for you to understand. So you drive as normal. Gonna go left at the end. Gonna go left. Okay. Wait for my signal again. Drive as normal. Stop! Handbrake, neutral, rest my feet. Move off on his safe, please. Touch down, first gear. Both, no signal, both blind spot and drive. Mirror, second gear. Okay. So that's how you do if it is an emergency stop on an ABS braking system, okay? Stop somewhere safe on the left here. Mirror, and we stop here. So the way we did the emergency stop here, we did it as if we had a car with the ABS braking system, okay? So what if you didn't have the ABS braking system? What if you have a car, it doesn't have the ABS braking system? So how do you stop the car in an emergency? Like I said, you do it, you brake hard, put the clutch down, and you just tap the brake. You just tap. When I say tap, meaning don't release the brake, because otherwise it's going to go and kill the person anyway. You're just tapping to unlock the wheel. Just tap. Okay? So you brake hard, clutch down, and just tap. Done. Just that tap. Just quick. Just quick. Just. Why is that? So you unlock the wheel. If you don't unlock, you probably will skid and the steering will lock and you won't be able to steer. So you need to make the habit of releasing, put it back on quickly. Brake, clutch, tap. Done. Okay? Let's do that one so that you understand if you don't have the ABS braking. Okay? So you're driving now and you've been told to do an emergency stop in a car which doesn't have the ABS braking. Okay? Okay, so you're driving. Remember, this braking is for a car which doesn't have the ABS braking. I'm going to go left. So you drive. It's quite narrow here. So you're driving as normal. Imagine your car doesn't have the ABS braking, okay? So you're driving. Stop! Handbrake, neutral. Did you see my brake? So I braked hard, put the clutch down. What did I do? I tapped the brake. Done. Now, move off on is safe. Look both way, and I move. Done. So that's done. Okay? So that's done. So that's how you do if you didn't have a car with ABS anti-lock braking system. Okay? So I hope this helps. I hope you understand. If you need extra help on learning to drive and to pass the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs. The course has more than 30 videos in the course, giving you everything you need for you to learn and for you to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. So I hope the video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.